because there's so many drivers fighting to get into the final as well.
I mean, you can even set a really simple example. Where you're walking, right? There's so many people, and you're trying to get up front. You even end up bumping people.
Exactly.
So what more
Precisely,
if you're racing, right?
But we don't have stickers, you know. It's just skin.
Yeah, but still, right? If you're in a rush and you have to like dodge
in Europe,
people,
it's normal in Europe. Like you kind of dodge or nudge people, but not to take them out. But for you to be able to pass.
Did they ever get pissed off? Like, hey, you took me out, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty common.
So do they fight? Did they have like fist fights after?
Fist fights are pretty rare because you get into lots of trouble for fighting. But
so
there's lots of
confrontation
after the race. No, there's lots of confrontation in the pit.
Okay, so after you had this coach, and how long did you have her?
A year.
A year.
Yes,
okay.
this physical trainer, which was me.
But
yes,
physical trainer. What do you do?
Yeah.
Like
what? Weight training, then a lot of plyometrics, and then a lot of cardio.
So is this also what you did before, or
until now we still do it?
Oh, you do it together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
so
it's not just
stronger?
1, 2, 3.
He's really strong.
Like
this
morning we did a 50-kilometer bike ride.
This morning?
Yeah, this morning, 5 o'clock.
Really?
See, I think wow.
That's cool.
So aside from that, then there's the nutritionist. The nutritionist, we hire someone, and then there's a driving coach which teaches you how to drive properly and all that. So,
but don't you know how to do that already?
we teach him, but the thing is, sometimes coming from a relative, you get emotional
And biased.
You get emotional the way you explain things.
Yes.
So it doesn't get through. So you have to have a hired professional.
Right.
He can disseminate it and explain it properly.
So what kind of nutrition do you have?
Yeah, what are you not allowed to eat?
Fast food.
All his favorites.
All my favorite food.
Fast food forever?
I can have them once in a while, but my
Well,
diet.
once
My diet.
in a while, once a month?
I don't know. Just not often. Like because before we had the whole diet thing going on, I'd have it a lot every week. So so now it's pretty rare. Probably like once or twice in like 2 weeks.
So okay, what kind of food do you eat?
Just nothing fast food. Stuff that's cooked properly.
Cooked is okay.
Cool.
Just general.
Do you have a good cook?
Cooks alright.
And then you have to keep a certain weight.
I can actually put on a couple kilos, so I can eat as much as I
He's
like
still within
now.
weight. But yeah, the food,
What's within weight? What's
the weight limit? Well, it's about 60 kilos.
and they allow up to how much?
Probably about 65.
The ideal is probably around 65, 66.
And more, if you go past that, what
If
happens?
you go past that, then it's a
Different division.
It's the same division, but it becomes a disadvantage to you.
Because you're less
heavier.
right.
How much weight is a cart? What do you call it?
A cart is probably 95 to 100 kilos. Plus the driver, so ends up 160.
Are they lowered or they're really that low already?
They're really
They're
that
really
low.
low.
It's actually most people think it's just a go-kart, but it's actually the closest thing to Formula One because the terms of aggression, the terms of close contact racing, and it actually is very fast because they go up to around 130, 140 in some tracks.
Yeah.
So what is it made out of? Fiberglass?
It's all tubular steel and plastic bumpers. It's quite safe.
How long does it take to
Quite
build
safe.
one?
Wait.
Plastic
Why are you
bumpers.
giggling?
Quite.
You said it's quite safe. Stefano had like
bumpers.
a giggle.
They're reasonably safe.
Okay, what's the worst you ever saw? What's the worst accident?
There are quite a bit of flips.
Right in front of me, I was taking his picture. He flipped in front of me, like
He was showing off for you.
So you're strapped to the car. So
there's
if
no
the car
there's
flips,
no belt.
So if the car
If
flips,
you
you
flip
can just
over-
flip somewhere else.
you can be launched
fly
off
out.
the cart.
And
So
you've
you
seen.
can like break your spine and stuff
Yeah.
and your neck.
So you only
Yeah.
have this beautiful helmet.
Is this your lucky helmet?
Yeah, I just got it.
Oh, you just got it.
It's 1 race old.
Oh, so this is
Where?
the one that brought
Hopefully
you
it
victory.
is lucky.
Oh,
He
okay.
just got this. Well, he did place.
Where did you get it?
Italy.
Italy.
Did they give it? Or you got
We-
buy
Can I
it?
carry?
Sure.
They give the helmet, then we have their own design painted.
It's heavy.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure,
quite a
but
bit.
I'm sure you.
Is it the same as a jet ski helmet? No.
It's different, but I'm sure you remember the logo in front, the red, white, and blue Marcelo logo from
Oh,
back
yeah.
then.
So who was the one who designed this?
That's
been a logo for
our
a
company
while.
logo actually. So
Yeah.
we just
For the
adapted
jet
it.
ski.
We just adapted it to the racing to become a racing logo.
Oh, I
Are you
see.
only interested in like this
Correct.
kind of racing? What about jet ski racing? You think you'll ever get into that?
When he used to jet ski, I was still really small, so it was really hard for me to drive it. And we haven't gone jet skiing lately, but I've always found it something to be fun, to have fun with. But right now the focus is with things with wheels, so the cars.
So if children start at 7, do they adjust whatever the pedals in the cart, or they can
For
reach
7,
it, or the
it
cart?
depends on the height. There's smaller carts, bigger carts.
Oh, there are smaller carts,
Yeah.
and the smaller carts can compete with the bigger carts at the same
They have
time.
they have their own class because they go much slower, which
Okay.
is safer
So
for
that's
the
like,
kids.
it depends how old you are. Do you have to be a certain age, or it
Yeah.
depends on the.
There are age caps as well
Yeah,
for,
age
for
gaps.
certain classes.
And then all their carts are the same size.
Yeah.
So there are only 2 sizes.
There's a
Yeah.
cadet and a regular size cart.
So what if like Stefano's still growing, right? So what
Yeah.
if he gets taller next year?
The cart that is in, you can adjust it to up
The
to
seat, you just-
someone that's probably the seat up to
5'10",
probably someone that's
5'11".
5'10" or 6 the most probably. But you
Right.
need to have.
And by then, if he gets any taller than your sponsored enemy, they can just get you a new one, right?
So would you be interested?
Scared.
Scared?
Yeah.
I'm sure
Well,
you've tried
you
it before.
can meet his mental coach.
I kind of like the water more because if we fall, it's water.
Exactly.
Somehow,
Really?
it's just,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, it's not that safe either, but, you know, I'm more the water sports type.
Would you want to try?
I'm
at
sure
least?
Cutie knows, like when you're going that fast in a jet ski, when
Yeah,
you fall, it's like cement.
Yeah, it's
also.
like hitting cement anyway.
It's quite hard.
But it's just, you know,
And you're scared. I don't believe you're scared. She's never afraid of anything.
hey, I thought I was gonna die when I went surfing in Hawaii.
Really?
I was scared.
Okay.
After.
After.
during, yeah.
After. See, after. Okay, anyway, then we will talk about more of this and how much we can get. And I want to find out if there are females who are joining.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I'm going to, try, but...
Come on, you should try it.
Later, okay? So we'll be back with Babalik po ang she said, kasama pa rin po natin ang,
Brothers.
ang magkapatid na si John at si Steph Marcelo.
You. We're back and she said with us are still John and Stefano, and we're going to talk about all the stuff that they won.
Okay,
but before that,
yes, we have something to give. After your race, when you take a shower, we have some soap for you and some hot chocolate
that's got to be trainer approved.
from Classic Herbs Corporation.
Thank you.
Okay, if it can't be,
thank
then you
you.
can just give everything
Thank
to your
you.
brother. So thank you to Jay and John and Tita
Thank
Cara
you.
and Tita Lillian of Classic Herbs Corporation.
Thank you.
And I hope it's trainer approved as well. Some well for energy.
The brother can also eat it.
From Francis Milligan Chow,
Thank
corn and
you.
dried
Thank
mangoes
you.
and mango.
Wow.
Oh,
Or
nice.
you can save it for your girlfriend when you find a morning girl.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
I find one.
Yeah.
An early bird. Hey,
We'd
thank
also
you
like
to,
to thank SM Department Stores for our clothes.
yes, and thank you to Tony and Guy. Thanks to Cherry
Yes, thank you also to Eileen and to Bernard.
and to Wendell.
Okay, thank you
Thanks,
also
Eileen.
to Dr. Levy and Dr. Anna Lansangan of Shimin, Manila, and the High to Mert Besa of Besas.
Thank you to Beverly Hills 6750.
Oh, and I also like to thank Manolo and...
Blanik. I want to thank him someday.
Yeah, okay, thank you anyway, Manolo. And hi to all my friends in informatics. Okay, so,
Okay.
so are there girls who race?
There are actually in the Philippines. There's 2 girls that are very good. I don't know if you've heard Michelle Baumgartner.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Um,
saw in the news.
We used to race together, and we came from her team also. But she transferred to cars already, but in the U.S. And then there's Alessandra Madrigal, which is still racing karts in the U.S. also, which is a very good driver as well.
So they both didn't grow up here.
They grew up
They
here,
did.
but now that they've moved on, both of them are in the States now, racing.
They're
So
good.
is there a big market here in the Philippines?
In the Philippines, not so much. that's why we did the race in Asia, and eventually when Tony Kart picked us up, our main focus now is in Europe. But the thing is, we still have to do a few races here in the Philippines for San Miguel to satisfy the sponsor. But
Yes.
the main focus is it's our actually first year to do the whole season in Europe.
Would you like to say hi to your sponsors?
Yeah, I definitely would. I just wanted to thank San Miguel for the support, and as well as Marcelo for all the support as well, for all the racing,
Okay.
and Tony Kart.
Okay.
Before you got into racing, when you were like a younger kid, what did you think you wanted to be?
We won't tell your brother.
Yeah, we won't tell your brother.
I remember when I was 5, I really wanted to work in the garden for some reason. I don't know why.
In
Really?
the, where?
In the garden.
In the garden.
In the garden.
I don't know why.
That's interesting.
And
I see.
after that, it was all racing.
Well, when you retire, you could probably put up a farm.
Yeah, probably could.
I mean, yeah, that's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah,
In the garden.
maybe you have a green
Why did you
thumb.
have like a nice garden?
My grandmother's always always kept her garden really nice.
There you go.
So I think because I spent lots of time with her, I still spend lots of time with
you
her
would
now,
like remove weeds
and I'd always watch her
or
because
till the
The
soil.
I wouldn't
grandmother
do-
whose Mother's
And-
Day you
and you
were
would-
late for.
Yeah,
And you would
exactly, precisely.
water.
I wouldn't do anything because I'd ruin the garden. But I'd be watching, and I think maybe that's why.
That's great.
Yeah,
Oh,
interesting.
let's ask the brother. What about you? What did
Before
you-
racing.
Yeah, before racing.
Before racing, actually I graduated in FIDM, it's fashion design school.
Oh.
Because my sister had a store
LA,
in San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Perfectly situated on top of the mall.
Right.
So I was into fashion back then, and then when I graduated, my sister closed the store. So it's like, okay, I get into racing instead. So, yeah.
How did you get into racing?
I got into racing because our whole family, my father used to be a racer, and he used to race all kinds of karting, cars, formulas, and then my brother got into racing as well, all the way up to Indy cars in the US, and then eventually it passed down to us, and now to Stefano.
Yeah.
Oh,
So everyone races.
everyone races.
So
Yeah.
when did you used to bring him like when he was 5, before 12? Did you used to bring him with you?
To the jet ski races, I was always there.
Did you like get nervous when your dad was gonna win or not win? Or
I think when you're that young, you just get excited. So
And you don't think about what
danger.
could happen.
Yeah. So I was pretty excited the whole way through. Anyway.
okay, how many times did you win? How many trophies did you get from jet ski? Because if my brother
Countless.
alone can like our piano at home, all over first and second level.
Really?
But you won much more times than my brother
Actually,
did, right? So
I can't know because the trophies are down in the storeroom because
In the
No
basement.
more space.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I won jet skier of the year three
Right.
times.
Three times.
For
Wow.
3 times, and then I went to the World Finals
Which was where?
in Lake Havasu, Arizona,
Right.
and then I made it, I think, top 10.
Wow.
Can't quite remember. It's pretty good. And then from there, we went to car racing already.
Car racing. And you were how old?
I think I was 20, early 20s.
Early 20s.
he was newborn.
I
you-
was
you were
one.
You were
if it
learning
is
how to
early
walk.
20s. Yeah.
So you also learned how to jet ski.
I went, yeah, sort of. When he was jet skiing a lot, when he wasn't racing, we'd go to the beach sometimes just to have some fun, and
So do you
he'd take me.
still jet ski now?
No more than that because it's
Not
so-
at all. 'cause
He's
you're always
concentrating on,
everywhere.
on
Yeah.
this.
I mean, don't you have any breaks? Like, isn't there
Barely.
like a season for karting and?
It's 2 months.
Our season,
break's 2 months.
Our season starts March and ends in October, but we start testing since in January. That's why every probably in a month we travel 4 times. That's why I heard in the news Senator Miguel Zubiri was saying that
yeah.
that
When you travel.
he wants to quarantine inbound passengers
Yes.
internationally. So
You
Miguel.
guys will spend all your time there.
So Miguel, between all the traveling, I don't want to stay in the. I want to go home also.
Okay,
My gosh.
so let's say you go abroad. So after October, so what do you do? Your carts are here with you. Your two,
Yeah.
you bring them home.
We have a race in November, So we'll have another race in November, and then our only break's really December. That's our only vacation, like long vacation.
So if you're not practicing or you're tinkering with your cars, like every day you can spend a whole day like that.
He can do that. He loves doing that.
The actually whole month that we have is December, and that whole month we just go to the beach or relax and nothing about karting. So
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, 'cause
So
you
a
get-
total break.
you do get
I
burnt
can't
out.
believe that.
Also, parang you need to get away from all of it. Also.
Okay,
Right.
but the friends you go to the beach with are also into karting. You just talk about it.
No, actually, different
No,
friends.
you really want to get away from.
Really?
Yeah.
After a whole year, you
Yeah,
really
you
want
kind of
to
just want to break. I just
Yeah.
don't want to even talk about
disconnect
it or anything.
yourself for a while, and then
And then after 1 month, you
come back and do
Come
the
back
same
and
thing
then
all
You're
over
revived
again.
again, right?
Like in a year, I think how many weeks are there? It's like 56 or something like that. And we've got 29 races. And in the 29 races, there's like probably
So that's 29 weeks of racing, and then there's still the
the
testing.
testing and all that. So it's basically the whole year you're racing. So it's a whole dedicated.
So like with any other job, you want to break.
Yeah.
So do you do your testing or somebody else tests your car or make sure, does it have to pass something?
He does all the
He does the
testing,
testing.
because he has to learn the track. He has to get familiarized with the equipment because
Yeah.
every race they update the equipment, update the engines.
Is there something that people can do that's illegal that people do? I mean, like they
Well,
put something in.
you can
they
cheat,
soup it
yeah.
up and
Yeah.
In Europe, not so much because they're very strict. Here in Asia, a few people I think have tried, but
Like, what do they do?
I'm not sure. But
They change your engine?
but they-
or-
just like in jet ski they say,
Yeah.
they can like soup it up.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
They change
It's
your
supposed to be
engines.
stock,
That's
just
why.
stock
Yeah.
engine in some of them.
yeah,
They
so,
modify it a
but
little
can't
bit.
somebody check that right before the race? And, you know?
Yeah,
they-
there are checks.
yeah.
So that's why it's hard to get away with it. But sometimes people do.
Like
So-
every race now,